All right, this is the activity builder. What this is a way to create interactive activities. This is great for creating presentations or activities for students. Upper grade students can actually create their own to show their learning in a certain area. Now I created this simple lesson just to show how it works. First of all, I want to explain what I'm trying to do so that this makes more sense. I want to have an activity where students drag these pictures over into a circle, and if they're correct and the animal has a tail, it'll let them know, and if not, it'll also let them know that that's not the right choice. To do this, I'm going to choose a circle up here in my shapes, draw a circle. Now, just a tip for creating Activity Builder. When you create a rule with a shape, it has to be filled with a color. Now, you can still color it with white if you want, but in this case, just to show and keep it clear what I'm talking about, I'm using yellow. See how that's filled now? So that means this is going to work. If I don't fill it, it actually won't recognize it. So just to save you some time, make sure you do that. Next, I'm going to select my object, and I'm going to come over here to this Activity Builder. When I click on that, it actually pulls up the Activity Builder. I'm going to make it so it won't hide it, so I can show you as I go. I choose the object I want to be my main focus, and in this case it's the circle, because that's the object I want the students to drag the pictures to. Then I'm going to click Edit, and you can see it changed the way that that circle looked. Now that means that this is the item that I'm creating the rules for. I want the rule to be, if it has a tail, that it'll let it stay in the circle, and if it doesn't, it'll kick it out. So now you'll notice that it gives me an accept these objects, and then a rectangle, and a reject these objects and a rectangle. I can just click any item I want it to accept and drag and drop it right into the accept this objects. Now, I can add all remaining. I just want you to know if you do that, you will also get any of this text that's on your screen or any other pictures that are on your screen. Okay, so you can either add all remaining or you can just drag and drop anything you want it to reject. Now, up here in settings, that's where you get to choose what it does. When something's accepted, what do you want it to do? You can have it fade out, fly out, snap to the center, or spin. I like spin because it's a little more animated. When it's rejected, what do I want it to do? Not as many options. I just want it to bounce back. I click Done, and now we can test this out. One last thing to make sure things are working. I want to choose a picture and bring it over here. Now notice my picture is going behind the circle. I don't want it to go behind it. I would like it to be on top of it. So to do that, I need to choose my circle, and I need to send it to the back to make sure it's at the back of the screen. So any pictures that get to it will go in front of it. There we go, that fixed it. And now I can test my activity. I drag the cat over, it has a tail, and sure enough, it spins, telling the students that's correct. Grab my ape, and that was wrong. As soon as I let go, you notice it snaps right back to where it was. Frog, same thing. Monkeys, spins, good. So that's how Activity Builder works. You can create rules. You actually can create rules for several different pictures. So if you would like them to categorize different areas, it really is limitless according to your imagination. So feel free to explore, and you can come up with some fun activities.
Hey teacher, it's the Techno Rebel.
Oh.